Hello students, after completion of all this organic chapter, for your exam point of view, let us start the revision class. And today I am going to revise here the chapter alcohol, phenol and ether. Okay, so first let us start alcohol. So what are alcohols? So alcohols represented as ROH. Okay. So these are known as the hydroxy derivatives of alkane. So hydroxy, alkane RH. So hydrogen is replaced by OH, hydroxy derivative of alkane. Or if you write water, water, then this hydrogen is replaced by alkyl. So in this way, these are known as your hydroxy derivative of alkane or alkyl derivative of water. Okay. So these alcohols are classified, the naming. So these are known as your alkanal, alkanols. And what are the position of OH group? You have to write this here. Okay, so for revision, I am not going to what are the rules and how to name. I am not going to stay here. What are the rules and how to name these alcoholic compounds, alcohols. Okay, so first let us start with this classification. So these are classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, depending on the number of OH group present. Similarly, alcohols are also classified as the monohydric alcohols again classified as primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol depending on the OH group attached to the carbon atom, the hydroxy group attached to the carbon atom. So if it is attached to a primary carbon atom, that is your primary alcohol. If it is attached to a secondary carbon atom, then this is a secondary alcohol, and if it is attached to a tertiary carbon atom, that is known as your tertiary alcohol. You know this, the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Okay, next come to its methods of preparation. So before going methods of preparation, another thing I want to say, these alcohols generally form functional isomers with ethers. So alcohols exhibit functional isomerism, position isomerism. Okay, so these exhibit functional isomerism and position isomerism, and some also exhibit optical isomerism. Look here, CH3O, CH3 and C2H5OH. Both have the same formula, C2H6O, but here this is known as your ethanol and this is dimethyl ether. So these two are functional isomers of each other. Alcohols form functional isomers with ethers. Next come to their methods of preparation. So this alcohol can be prepared by different methods. So for quick revision, I am just going to give all the points just quickly. Okay, alcohols preparation. So first from alkene. So just by giving an example, I am telling you CH2 double bond CH2 when ethene reacts with, so it cannot be directly prepared from alkene. So first an alkene reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. It forms CH3 here and CH2HSO4, which on hydration on reaction with water forms CH3 CH2OH. So ethene reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid to form ethyl hydrogen sulfate, which on treatment with water it forms ethanol. Or we can say ethene reacts with dilute acids to form alcohol. So if you take the higher alkenes, generally product form according to Markovnikov's rule. For example, CH3, CH double bond, CH2. Similarly to this step, if you write like this, H2O and H plus. Water in presence of H plus or dilute acid, it forms CH3, CHOH, CH3, propane 2OL according to Markovnikov's rule. The products are formed. Similarly, from alkene, this can also prepared by different method. So from alkene, it can be prepared by reaction with dilute acids, and from alkene, it can also prepared by oxymercuration and demercuration. So first, this alkene should be treated with oxymercuration and demercuration. So first alkene treated with mercuric acetate, CH3, CH double bond, CH2. It treated with mercuric acetate in presence of tetrahydrofuran and water. So it first forms CH3, CHOH and CH2O, CO, CH3 plus CH3, COOH. So it first form, so mercuric acetate, it first form a complex compound like this, and which when treated with, this is an oxidation product, okay, hydroxy propyl acetate formed, and hydroxy propyl acetate formed, and when this undergo reduction, it forms CH3, CHOH, CH3. Okay, so the difference between these two reaction from addition of water in acid medium and oxymercuration, demercuration is that in case of an alkene reacts with dilute acids, generally the product formed is according to Markovnikov's rule, and in some cases the rearrangement also takes place. It is also according to the Markovnikov's rule, but here only the desired product is formed. If you, for higher alkenes, the desired position, the OH group is attached. This is oxymercuration and demercuration. Similarly, so first this is the oxidation process, then the reduction process. And again, an alcohol can also prepared from an alkene by reaction with diborane. So 3 moles of, suppose I am writing here CH3, CH double bond, CH2 plus BH3, that is your diborane, or I can write here half B2H6 in presence of tetrahydrofuran. Actually it gives CH3, CH2, CH2 whole thrice B. This is a stepwise reaction. Okay, so when an alkene reacts with diborane in presence of tetrahydrofuran, so first it forms a trialkyl borane, and which on hydrolysis in presence of hydrogen peroxide, it forms a CH3, CH2, CH2OH. So here the product formed is according to anti-Markovnikov's rule, that is propane 1OL. But when you treated oxymercuration and demercuration process, or when you treat with dilute acid, then propane 2OL will be formed. Okay, so in alkene it can be prepared by these 3 methods: by reaction with dilute sulfuric acid, by reaction first treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, then addition of water. Then it can also prepared by oxymercuration and demercuration process. And another from alkene, it is prepared by using this is the reduction process and oxidation process, by using diborane in presence of tetrahydrofuran followed by hydrolysis in presence of hydrogen peroxide. Okay. Next come to how this alcohol is prepared from, this is from alkene. Next come to this preparation method from alkyl halide. Next come to from alkyl halide. From alkyl halide. So you know RX. So when an alkyl halide treated with aqueous solution of potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, it forms an alcohol. And this reaction is nucleophilic substitution reaction. And for higher alkyl halide, generally whatever may be. So when alkyl halide reacts with aqueous cabbage, it forms an alcohol. Okay. Next, it can also prepared from carbonyl compounds. From carbonyl compounds. In carbonyl compounds, it can be prepared by generally two methods. One by direct reduction, another by using Grignard's reagent. So aldehyde and ketone, if this is aldehyde or ketone, RC double bond OH or RC double bond O R dash. Suppose there is aldehyde and ketone is given, and when these are reduced with either lithium aluminum hydride or nickel, here also LiAlH4 or nickel, it undergo reduction to form, here bond breaking takes place, and it forms RCH2OH, it forms R dash CHOH. So ketone gives secondary alcohol and aldehydes give primary alcohol. And these are also prepared, this alcohol can also prepared from carbonyl compounds, that is by using Grignard's reagent. So how these are prepared by using Grignard's reagent? Look here. Formaldehyde reacts with Grignard's reagent, that is alkyl magnesium halide RNGX. So first it forms an addition product HCO NGX H and R, and which on hydrolysis in presence of acid, or you can write H3O plus, it gives rise to RCH2OH, or I can write like here HCHROH. This is primary alcohol. So only formaldehyde reacts with the Grignard's reagent to form primary alcohol. Any other aldehyde, instead of formaldehyde, if any other aldehyde is taken, then it gives a secondary alcohol. Similarly, if you take ketone, then it forms a tertiary alcohol. Same reaction. Okay. So formaldehyde reacts with Grignard's reagent followed by hydrolysis to form primary alcohol, and any other aldehyde except formaldehyde reacts with Grignard's reagent to form secondary alcohol, and ketone reacts with Grignard's reagent followed by hydrolysis to form tertiary alcohol. These alcohols are also prepared from carboxylic acids. So carboxylic acids or acid chlorides, carboxylic acids. So this carboxylic acid, when reduced with hydrogen in presence of lithium aluminum hydride, it undergo reduction to form RCH2OH, or maybe methyl, ethyl, or hydrogen, etc. Okay, so this is your preparation method. Suppose ethyl alcohol, so CH3COH, acetic acid. When acetic acid reacts with hydrogen, it forms, when acetic acid reacts with lithium aluminum hydride, it forms ethyl alcohol. Similarly, this alcohol can also prepared from esters. So esters formula you know, RCOR dash, and when ester undergo hydrolysis. So two types of hydrolysis is there. One is acidic hydrolysis, another alkaline hydrolysis. In acidic hydrolysis, so when it reacts with water in presence of H plus, so this is a reversible reaction. So for that I am writing like this. Okay, RCOR dash H2H plus, it forms RCOOH plus R dash OH. Whatever alkyl group present at the right side that is directly attached to this oxygen, generally this forms your alcohol. This is called acidic hydrolysis, and when this reacts with sodium hydroxide, it forms RCOONA plus R dash OH. So when an ester undergo hydrolysis, it forms mixture of acid and alcohol in acid medium, and in alkaline medium, alkaline hydrolysis, it forms sodium salt of acid and an alcohol. Okay, so this is for example, if you want to prepare ethyl alcohol, then ethyl acetate, ethyl methanoate, ethyl ethanoate, ethyl propanoate, whatever ester you take, but you have to take the ethyl alkanoate, then it gives you ethyl alcohol. Okay, so these are some methods. Another method, this is alcohol is also prepared from amines. These are also prepared amines. So amines, when treated with nitrous acid, HONO, nitrous acid, it forms so OH group come to here, nitrogen, nitrogen, and H2O. So in this way you can write ROH plus N2 plus H2O. For example, if C2H5 NH2 ethylamine is there and you treat it with nitrous acid, it forms ethyl alcohol, nitrogen and water. Okay, so in this way alcohol can be prepared from alkenes, from carbonyl compounds, from acids, from esters, from Grignard's reagent, for amines, from acid chlorides, etc. Okay, next come to properties of alcohol. Properties. Okay, so the alcohol general properties. So first look physical properties. These alcohols are generally soluble in water as they form hydrogen bond with water. So these are generally exist in liquid states, but higher members they exist in very higher members they exist in solid state. And generally alcohols exist in maximum alcohols exist in liquid state. And next, these are soluble in water, and the boiling point of alcohol is higher as they form hydrogen bond with water. And alcohols are soluble in the lower alcohols are highly soluble in water. With increase in the molecular mass, their solubility decreases due to increase in the hydrophobic part of alkyl group. In this way, higher alkyl groups are insoluble in water. Very higher alcohols are less soluble in water, or the solubility generally decreases with increase in the molecular mass of alcohols. And these have higher boiling point due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and they are soluble also due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. Next come to chemical properties. So the chemical properties of the alcohols is due to cleavage of two types of bond and the involvement of both alkyl group and hydroxyl group. Look here, this is ROH is there. So some reaction takes place due to cleavage of this bond, some reaction takes place due to cleavage of this bond, and some reaction takes place due to involvement of both this alkyl group and hydroxyl group. Now first let's discuss the reaction which involve the cleavage of this OH bond. So one reaction is reaction with metals. reaction with Grignard reagents, and another esterification. In these three reactions here, the bond breaking takes place between O and H bond. So reaction with metals. Alcohols react with metals ROH plus metal. It forms metal alkoxides. Suppose it reacts with sodium. So it forms plus hydrogen. So alcohol reacts with metals like active metals like sodium, potassium, aluminum, etc. to form metal alkoxide with evolution of hydrogen gas. Similarly, reaction with Grignard's reagent. When alcohols react with Grignard's reagent, it forms alkane because this hydrogen is replaceable. ROH plus R dash MgX. What is the alkyl group present here? That will give you the alkane, not from this alkyl group. What is the alkyl group present in Grignard's reagent? So R dash H plus, it gives you Mg magnesium alkoxy, magnesium alkoxy halide. Okay, esterification. So alcohols reacts with carboxylic acids RCOOH plus R-OH. So alcohol reacts with acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid or dry hydrochloric acid. It forms RCOO R plus H2O. This is a reversible reaction, and due to steric hindrance, steric effect, generally the reactions of this group is, esterification is, in case of primary it is greater than secondary than tertiary. For example, if this is methyl alcohol, the rate of esterification is faster than ethyl alcohol, than isopropyl alcohol, than tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, so in this way, this is the rate of esterification of different alcohols. So the reaction involving the cleavage of OH bond is also primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. The cleavage of this, the reaction involving the cleavage of OH bond, the reaction involving the cleavage of OH bond, the reactivity order is primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Next come to some reactions which involve the cleavage of this ROH bond. Now come to reaction involving cleavage of ROH bond. So here it depends on the carbocation, the reactivity of different alcohol is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. So some reactions are, so for ROH primary, secondary, tertiary, and for ROH when bond cleavage takes place here, the reactivity rate is tertiary, then secondary, then primary. Next come to okay, so first reaction with halogen acids, and the reactivity of different halogen acid is HI greater than HBr greater than HCl. Okay, this is the reactivity order of different halogen acids. So this alcohol when reacts with halogen acids, it forms corresponding alkyl halides. C2H5OH plus HBr gave rise to C2H5Br, okay, plus H2O. But the reactivity order is like this, and for HCl, the reactivity order and the reactivity of different alcohol is tertiary, secondary and primary. So suppose when this alcohol reacts with HCl, so in case of HCl, the reactivity order of different halogen acid is different. So for primary, it requires some reagent like anhydrous zinc chloride. Okay, so it reacts with HCl in presence of concentrated HCl in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride to form C2H5Cl plus H2O, and this being insoluble in water forms turbidity, which can be identified. Secondary and tertiary alcohol also respond to this test. Another property of this reaction, another reaction which involving this cleavage of ROH, that is reaction of with phosphorus halides and thionyl chlorides. Okay, so ROH reacts with phosphorus trichloride or phosphorus in presence of iodine or phosphorus in presence of bromine. Generally, suppose if alcohol reacts with this phosphorus trichloride, it forms RCl plus H3PO3. In this case, it forms phosphorus acid. But here you have to take 3 moles of this and 3 moles of this will be formed. Okay, so it forms H3PO3 and 3RCl. And when this reacts with phosphorus pentachloride, but here you have to take only 1 moles of this and 1:1, and it forms alkyl chloride, and also it forms alkyl chloride and PO phosphoryl chloride and hydrochloric acid. Similarly, when it reacts with SOCl2 thionyl chloride, it forms RCl plus SO2 plus HCl. Among all these, the reactivity with this is better because these side products are escaped out as gases. Okay, so these are some examples of some reactions which involve the cleavage of this OH bond. Next, come to oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. Okay, so primary alcohol when undergo oxidation in presence of acidified potassium dichromate or potassium permanganate, first it forms an aldehyde containing same number of carbon, which then again undergo oxidation to form carboxylic acid having same number of carbon atom. For example, CH3CH2OH on oxidation gives CH3CHO, which on oxidation gives CH3COOH. Similarly, secondary alcohol when undergo oxidation in presence of this acidified agent potassium dichromate, it forms ketone containing same number of carbon atom, which again undergo oxidation to form carboxylic acid containing less number of carbon atom. And tertiary alcohol when undergo oxidation in presence of oxidizing agent, it also forms an ketone which contain less number of carbon atom from the tertiary alcohol and which again undergo oxidation to form carboxylic acid. But in this case the oxidation is very difficult. Here also the oxidation is very difficult. But primary alcohol undergo oxidation easily. And this test is also used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Next, dehydrogenation. dehydrogenation. Okay, so when alcohol vapors are treated with pass through copper at 300 degrees Celsius. When alcohol vapors are passed through a copper tube at 300 degrees Celsius, it undergo dehydrogenation to form different product. For example, when ethyl alcohol is passed through copper at 300 degrees Celsius at 523 Kelvin, it forms aldehyde. And when tertiary alcohols, when secondary alcohol pass through copper tube at 300 degrees Celsius, it forms ketone, which do not give any other product. And when tertiary alcohol pass through copper at 300 degrees Celsius, instead of giving this carbonyl compound, it gives alkene. So in this case dehydration takes place, in this case dehydrogenation takes place. And this test is also used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. This primary, tertiary and secondary alcohol can also distinguished by using Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent. So what is Lucas reagent? So Lucas reagent is concentrated hydrochloric acid and anhydrous zinc chloride. And when these mixtures are treated with, when alcohols are treated with this Lucas reagent, it gives turbidity. So that is your HCl plus ZnCl2, concentrated HCl plus ZnCl2, concentrated HCl plus ZnCl2. When this type of reaction takes place, then what happens? All cases it gives alkyl chloride, CH3CH2Cl, CH3CH3, CHCl, and here CH3CH3CH3Cl. Okay, but here at the reactivity order is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. So in this case, so the turbidity appears at once. In this case, turbidity appears after 5 minutes, and in this case, turbidity appears on heating. In this way, primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol can be distinguished by using Lucas reagent. And another method, this primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol can be distinguished by Victor-Meyer's method. You know this Victor-Meyer's method. First, alcohols are treated with phosphorus and iodine to form or HI, phosphorus iodine or HI, hydrogen iodide, to form iodoalkane. Then this iodoalkane, so just quick revision, here I am not going to write all the equations, just hints. So first, alcohol treated with phosphorus and iodine or HI to form this alcohol. This is first from iodoalkane, and this iodoalkane when treated with silver nitride to form nitroalkane, and this nitroalkane when treated with nitrous acid and followed by alkali. So in case of primary alcohol, it gives a red color. In case of secondary alcohol, it gives a blue color, and in case of tertiary alcohol, it is colorless. So looking at this color or observing this color, this primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol can be distinguished. Next, another reactions of alcohol, that is dehydration of alcohol. So when alcohol when alcohol heated in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid at 413 Kelvin, it undergo intermolecular dehydration to form an ether, and when this is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid at 443 Kelvin, it undergo intramolecular dehydration. This is intermolecular dehydration and this is intramolecular. Within the molecule, it undergo dehydration to form an alkene. So the higher temperature alkene, lower temperature, this is ether. Okay. So what is the mechanism? Already you know the mechanism of this reaction. So for the mechanism of alkene, first step, it accepts one H plus ion, forms CH3, CH2, OH2 plus, then removal of minus H2O, it gives rise to CH3, CH2 plus, then here from one H plus is removed and it forms minus H plus, it forms CH2 double bond CH2. In this way, suppose I am writing here CH2 and H here, so this bond comes here, okay, and removal of this H plus takes place. This is the formation of this alkene within the same molecule. But in case of when it forms ether, what is the mechanism? CH through CH2OH, from acids it accepts one H plus ion, form first CH3CH2 OH2 plus, and then this reacts with another molecule of this alcohol. So here being the lone pair of electron, it attacks to this group. As this becomes electron deficient, this group comes. So this bond becomes electron deficient. In this way it forms CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3, H plus, plus H2O. And from this minus H plus takes place and it forms CH3, CH2O, CH2, CH3. Okay, so this is a broad view or a quick revision about alcohols.